Shout out to everybody here on the live. Bitcoin doing damage. I'm jumping in right now. I'm not even waiting. We're not doing a countdown tonight. We're going right in. I don't even know if I want to do an intro. I told you to go long, but did you? Let's see what happens. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I've been showing you there's a pump coming for Bitcoin. I went super long, baby. Trades up $2,597 there. This trades up $1,000 there. I think it should switch. It should be up a little more. Yeah, what, 1,400? 1,400 plus 26 is what? That's about $4,000 on a weekend. That ain't bad. If you're making $4,000 a weekend, I think you're going to be doing pretty good from your house. Bitcoin, flag on the 21, pumping to the upside. Doing Dimash cheese. Told you to flag out that 1 hour, that 15. The 4 hour looked enticing. But we got the pumpskis. And this is the bigger time frame speaking for itself. We're going to give you this weekly candle close. Sorry. Candle close. Little Jim Carrey in me, you know? Shout out to all the beautiful people here. Let's get a drink on us. This is a pink lemonade. Non-alcoholic sparkling water. And that is going to do the trick there. At 92,480, I am drunk on Gwains. I like what I'm seeing. I'm going to tell you why I logged. I'm going to show you what happened. I gave it to the trading group. We talked about it. Everybody knew I was long. I kept saying I'm long. And I was long this morning. I was long last night. I was long. This is my fourth stream this weekend. And I think we streamed more than anybody else in 2026. We streamed the first, the second, twice on the third, and this will be the second time on the fourth. All right? That is 1, 2, 6 live streams. And it's not even been a week yet. Are you kidding me? Let's get into brass tacks. Let's talk about it. But we like the 21 when we're flagging. We like when we're above the 200 on the 4 hour time frame. And I'm telling you right now, this is the first time that we got above the 200 with strength without a fake out since October, friends. Since September 30th. Okay? Everything else was a fake out. That was a fake out. Nothing. This time we're actually getting above. The 21 has crossed. The other two times, the 21 could not get above the 200 moving average. We see the Adam and Eve. We see the hidden bullish divergence. I've been going over this every single day. 92,500 for Bitcoin. Where my lifers at? Yeah. Where my longs at? And where's all the people that decided to take the week off? You know what I mean? I may have been a little easy on the trading group the last week and a half. I wasn't as hard. I wasn't puppet jaw. I wasn't like a pit bull like I usually am. But the pit bull in me's coming back. And you better get ready. I'm not saying I'm a nice guy, but I'm going to push you guys to be amazing. I'm going to push you guys to keep going. I'm going to push you guys to find your inner strength. All right? And we're going to find ways to make gains. And we're going to make it happen. I'm excited. I can't wait. These are the days to be alive. Nice pump here for BTC. I love it. I'm trading here live on MEXC. Live on MEXC. Jump on it today. No fees. 0 fees sometimes. Very little fees compared to the rest of the market. It's the least greediest place to send people. Okay? Seriously, if I was a greedy guy, I would never mention MEXC. 92,600. This thing is absolutely ripping to the upside. Most people don't promote MEXC because it doesn't take a lot of fees. See? You get what I'm saying? So keep it moving. Shout out to everybody here. This is a massive pump. I'm taking some profits here. I just can't not take profits at a pump like this at a Sunday night. To me, it seems volatile. I'm going to add myself in here. This move is crazy. And look at it here on Pionex ripping. And again, touch the 21 above the 200. Go on. It's going to pay. Touch the 21 above the 200. Go on. Both of my signals paid twice in a row. 1 minute, 5 minute, 15. You use however you want to use it. Okay? And I'm just going to live close this trade here and I'm going to show you how we actually pay the trader. We're going to take $1,700 off the table here. We're going to go to 100%. We're going to hit close long. I'm going to hit the close long button. And I just closed that long for gains. I sold about 92,780, something like that, 92.8. And maybe it continues to rip. That's okay. I like to sell into the pump. I don't want to be selling into the dump in the lows when you're down. I want to sell into the green when things are ripping. So there's a nice $1,700 payday, and that's BTC. That was the BTC pair that I was trading, not the USD even though I'm there. And we still let this puppy rip. We're not giving up on this one. This one's going for a long time. This one's up $3,000, and we're going to let this thing pump. Imagine making $3,000 on a weekend. On a weekend. You know what I'm saying? Never mind the Bitcoin we bought spot. Remember I bought Bitcoin? I said I got 10K of Bitcoin yesterday on live on Pionex. What else more do you want from me? I put my money where my mouth is. Let's see where everyone's at. I haven't had a chance to look at the chat. I've been so drunk off the gains. And, you know, I got to watch my own portfolio with you guys. Like, I'm doing my own live trades. I'm entertaining, but I'm also maintaining. All right? We're entertaining and maintaining at the same time. We're doing our duly damage while we're showing you how to stay up with the education. Shout out to all my beautiful lifers on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you for kicking it with me. I appreciate you. 92,800 on the pump. Who's up on a long right now? Put a 333 if you made massive gains on a long with the lifer. Who's paid the trader or who's just excited to be in gains, baby, gains. Shout out to the live chat. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to the excitement, the movement, the energy. This is a lifer stream, baby, like you've never seen. These are the days to be alive, man. And I don't care if we dump all the way to 50K. I'll take any pump they give us, baby. Gains, baby, gains. They call him Sammy Gains. All right? Look at the 333s piling in. This is the channel that absolutely, actually makes real gains on a daily basis. All the time we show gains. I'll show losses too, but we show the gain. We call some of the best bottoms in BTC. I'm getting paid, baby. Shout out to all my lifers. Shout out to everybody here. And we should have a whole full live stream. Where are my lifers? What happened? Did they just die at the end of 2025? What's going on? Everybody should be on the mark right now. God bless all my lifers, man. This is the time to be alive. This is not the time to vote, to miss out. I feel so bad. We had more people paying attention when the market was horrible. Now people are nowhere to be found when the market is ripping. Anyway, I think when you're this far away from the 21, it's time to take some profits. In my humble opinion, this will likely come back. 92.8 was a nice place to snatch. But anyway, let's see how we are on the bigger time frames. Let's take a look at this monthly. We're starting to climb. And this hidden bullish divergence is starting to look a little real. Am I right? Everyone saw me talk about it they're like, this guy's full of garbage with this hidden bullish nonsense. They're like, I can't stand this guy. How many days is he going to say this as the market just drains us? I know people lost their cool. I know people couldn't hang, but come on, man. You got to keep it moving. The people that stayed in are going to get so paid, it's going to be ridiculous. And the people that ran away are just going to look back and with regret on an opportunity missed. So we have swing up to swing up. We got swing down to swing down here for Bitcoin. I like what I'm seeing here. Oversold in the stochastics RSI. MACD turning. Everything started to kind of go our way so far here on the monthly. I just want this to close bullish engulfing. It might end up coming back down and being a wick and turning into the nastiest red month ever. We don't know what's going to happen. It's only 4 days into the month. I would actually like us to dump this week. Pumping this week is kind of sketchy because it sets us up for what? We're either going to pump the entire month straight and we have big business to take care of. We do see a gap here though. Like when you have a fast move that big and you hung out for a month there, you had 2 big wicks. So close a tweezer bottom, close a bullish engulfer. And so, we just got to wait to the end of this month for that conclusion. But man, hidden bullish divergence, the Fibonacci retracement. I've seen this so many times in my life. 90% of the time, like actually more, I think like every time. I've never seen it actually not do it, but I don't know. It's, so I got to say 90% of the time, we're going to break these highs before we break this low. You're not going to break these lows of this week. You're not going to come and take out that liquidity. It doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. Everyone that thinks it's going to happen shorts it and puts a bunch of shorts up here. And there's just too many people that think we're going to take this wick out. So we never do because all the liquidity ends up above us. This is kind of what happens here. Do I have to wear my Lambo hat and my Versace shades to basically convince you that we're going to the moon? Seriously. Do I have to throw silver bars at you to convince you we're going to the moon? Do I have to put a scope on to convince you we are going to the moon? So here we are, swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. Anything is possible with oversold stochastics RSI. And I like what I'm seeing. We go to the 2-week chart. Whenever the 2-week was in the bottom below this, and there was basically fear below 10 and 11, I bought Bitcoin, a whole one. I bought a lot. I didn't want to, I've been kind of low key. I don't want to be pissing people off. I got proof of pants on. I got pants on. I got gray pants on to match the gray suit. I look fresh to death. Shout out to the memberships. You didn't have to give, but you did. That's amazing. And I also see a $50 super chat here in the works. That's from Shez Mupta for the White Tigers. Oh man, thank you so much. Yeah, I brought my kids to see. There's a tiger place right near my house, which is amazing. Brought my kids to see them, or pretty far from my house, but close enough. But I brought my kids to see the Tigers. It was amazing, and we had a good time. You got to take a picture with Barry, a white Bengal tiger. So crazy. But yeah, we have swing up to swing up. We have swing down to swing down. And we have, this MACD turning white on the 2-week chart. I tell you what, man, that was your bottom signal right here. That was a bottom signal right there. That was a bottom signal right there. It's a bottom signal right there. And it's a bottom signal right now. And honestly, this is Bitcoin since 2017. Every time we've been below the dotted line, if you just accumulated Bitcoin in there, it's just fine. This one time here was at like 32,000. You got it in August 2021, and you would have had to wait about 3 years to be paid. All right. You would have had to wait about a little under 3 years, actually, 2.5 to get paid. And you never would have looked back, though. It still was an amazing price. If you're willing to hold for 4 years and you buy this is my idea. This is what I do to get rich, man. Filthy rich. This is what I did. You do whatever makes you happy. I don't want to be rude. Just want to be honest. 92,900. Are you kidding me? We're going to 93,000. This is for real, baby. This is for real. Tonight was the night. 3,200 buzz. Now I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Then you're like, should I have kept the other trade on? No, it's good. You should have 2 trades open. One should be a payday every time. If you're consistently making a payday, that means you're pressing a sell button for more than $1,000 on your trades. That's going to add up over time. You're going to see that add up over time. If you just sometimes take money and sometimes don't and you play games, then who knows? Nobody will know what will happen there. But if you do your thing over and over again, that will be what you do. I always tell people what you do is what you do. I got this thing I'm going to remind you, and I really think I want to write a book the next 10 days. And my books are going to be about how there's 10-day periods and there's 36 in a year. There's only, I can't draw right now. I don't know. But there's only 36 10-day periods in a year. We're already about to hit our halfway through our first 10-day, one of our first 10-day periods. We're already halfway through. We only have 72 of these, we only have 72 5-day periods in the whole year. It's kind of crazy. It's freaky in a way. The year's not as long as you think. What you start doing this week is going to kind of bleed into February and March. Next thing you do, that habit will be what you do in June. And whatever you're doing in June, unless you have like an epiphany, which some people do, but the odds are very likely you're going to be doing that by December of that end of the year, and you're going to be back in whatever you're doing. So I just want to let you know, we're 4 days into our first 10-day period. There's only 36 of them in the year. So I just, I got to reiterate that idea. Anyway, just stay on yourself, stay focused, keep pushing. So hidden bullish on the 2-week chart. Very oversold in the stochastics. I've said this many times. I told you I accumulate Bitcoin. Every time. If this time doesn't work out, it'll be the first time. Honestly, I'm really willing to hold for at least 4 years. So I'm almost guaranteeing that this will be a good low price for BTC based on years of strategy and years of structure on multiple other assets. I'm taking information from the Dow Jones, from the S&P, for the NASDAQ. This is not just from one place. All right. And there we come back down. We almost did hit that $93,000 level. I think it was very smart to take some profits there, as I can always see when we're a bit overcasted. But that other trade has been a long haul. That other trade's been down and up. I've had that trade for weeks, so we're going to see where that ends up. If I win that trade, it'll be so amazing because it took so much. It's very similar to my bot trade. My bot's been in a trade now since October something. It entered long here on October 29th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entries. It still has 7 entries waiting. It had 2 orders. Once we get here, I get so paid. Like, it's going to be one of the biggest paydays because the bot went and just kind of bought the bottom there. So we'll see. But a couple of the orders are already in the money. We just need to get back to 102,000, 103K really, and we're gone. I'm out of this. And the bot can start another trade and begin again. This bot has never lost. And it'll just be a massive payday. But it will take 2 months. But that bot will make me more than most people make, in a regular job in 2 months. Off of a pretty regular investment too. Sammy, you believe it is donezo? I think a few weeks after October 10th, you said it started losing steam. You might not recover. You still hold it. I believe everything will go back up, including Cardano. Yeah, I hold Cardano. I hold a big old chunk of it, like 50 grand of it USD right now. I think is my position. And I've had it for a long time, 2017. I'm going to sell it. I like this. If I can get back to $3-5, I think that's a smart place to get out. $3. I truly believe everything can come up with Bitcoin. Everything's going to pump. This pump, and I always tell people, everything runs with Bitcoin. That's why I do a Bitcoin update. I don't do a Solana update. Everyone's like, oh, we didn't go over altcoins. But if I'm going over Bitcoin, I'm going over altcoins. You're getting the sauce. You see, you're going to get that sauce. So swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. 1, 2, 3, 4 2-week candles in a row. Never lost the sauce. Stayed above this support line. And how was a tweezer bottom? And I even said, remember I said today, you could open up a shot with a stop loss below there. You're in the money. I talked about it on the weekly and the 2-week. I gave you how to trade the long time frames. And I trade the 1 minute in front of you throughout the week. So I set you up for long time frame trades and I give you small time frame trades all week long. No one else gives you more information than me. I'm telling you right now. I've watched so many people before. I don't watch them anymore, but I watch a lot of the people. I see what they do. There's a lot of good people out there. Don't get me wrong. I'm just one of many. But I'm telling you, man, this sauce is so hot. So another hidden bullish, another weekly. Very oversold. Very, all the times we've been here, we have had a bounce, and there's tweezer bottoms there. And we just closed a tweezer bottom on the weekly with a bullish engulfing candle. I mean, that was just a massive weekly close today. We came through so strong at the end of the week. It was so amazing. Let's talk about our weekly candle, right? Which I'm usually all about, right? Forgot about it for a second here. 87,952 and 71 cents. The high was 91,810. I just sold it. So funny. But 92, the high was 90, sorry. The high was 91,810. Oh, no, we sold 90. Oh, yeah, 92,810. Dang. 91,810. The low was 86,806. And the candle closed at $91,529. So we opened at 87, closed at 91.5, up 3,577, up 3,500, 4% candle. 4% on the week. That's a big move for Bitcoin as far as I'm concerned. CNBC loves 4%. They freak out over 4% a week on any stock. So that's a big move. Nice close, and it's a bullishing over, and it gets above this resistance here at 90,000. And now we head back to that $94,000 resistance. That's where we're going to have our moment. Big, Bookmap also opened up liquidity above us that has not been there for days. $94,000 red now sitting there. Now remember, we've hit it so many times, we haven't got above it. We have to get back above it to get the move. Shout out to Zab for the awesome picture. Appreciate that, man. Picture is so awesome. God bless you. Zab Live. Gonna become famous, man. You're gonna be bigger than I ever was, and you're gonna bring me to the top. I have a feeling. I'm usually good at this stuff. Let's see it. We just got to get you rolling, baby. So let's take a look here. Can we get back above this 200? I mean, can we keep this moving? I mean, like, I want to see this bullish engulfing hold us, but I want to show you the 3-day now. So see how the 3 days back above the 200 moving average? Such a big deal. So weekly, and I told you too, let's still assume that the 5 days at a bear flag and going to dump in our face. Still assume that. Let's not get overly bullish. Let's take our gains. Let's trade properly, but let's assume that this could come right back down to the bottom of the channel. Taking gains right now, maybe I should just take my gains and move on. Take my 5K and move on. Also, Venezuela's seizure, that's war. That's uncertainty. Bitcoin and gold should be going up. You can take them across borders. People want to dip. People that were in the regime don't want to be there, want to dip. People that are happy, and so I just, Bitcoin and gold should be going up when there's uncertainty among territories. Just period. And to see Bitcoin go up right now makes sense. This is all part of the game. This is why we invest contrarian. We don't go to the safe place. I bet into things that most people would be scared by when it's happening, because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that uncertainty. There's a lot of money in uncertainty. Most people can't handle uncertainty. I live in it. I live in it every single day. So let's go, baby. The markets are uncertain. I made them my life. It's not easy, right? You wonder why sometimes I get stressed. So look, we closed a candle above the 3-day 200 moving average. I told you that was very bullish. I told you that would to front run it even. And that's the main reason I'm in these longs, because I believe that the 3-day candle could really, and again, that's a double bottom there. There's an Adam and Eve vibe. There's a double bottom vibe. That's got a measured move, the length of the pole to the neckline. That takes you right back to 101,000. So, I mean, we are so close. We hit 100K again. Everyone's going to be like, oh. And all the bears are going to be like, man, maybe it wasn't that. Maybe we aren't going into a bear market. They don't know. They're not able to stay open-minded. See, I'm the guy. I can keep you staying open-minded. You won't get overly biased, and you'll be able to take advantage of the markets if you stick with me. I've been doing it for so long, baby. We can, we will, we are the best. We got this. Daily candle getting a little overbought. I got to tell you that. A little far away from the 21-day moving average. That's a little worrisome. Let's put our daily support or resistance areas that matter. I really want to see us get back above 94,000. This real level here where we bounce this 94,350 area. We get back above that, baby. That would be sweet. You can see we gap. We're in the gap zone. We're above a point of control here on the daily. We talked about the POC, the red line. I showed you this nice gap. Gap us right back to 102. And then you go through that. The real liquidity is at 110. They're all waiting for us at 110,000. They're all there. It's all there, the promised land. So, and then when we look at the daily, you can see how shoulder, head, right shoulder, a cup and a handle. We talked about this cup and handle. Remember, just my team could find it, but I showed you this cup and handle, I think, sometime on Christmas. Let's see when the day, the 26th, the 20, somewhere in here. It'd be somewhere between the 25th and the 28th. I said, that's a cup and handle. I said, I'm starting to see something here that could change this game. And I started getting overly bullish. And I started opening up longs that I normally didn't, and they started paying. So we've already made some gains here in 2026. It's actually been a profitable 2026. I've already made more money than I've lost. It's been a good time. So let's see if we can keep the streak alive, man, all the way to the end of this year, baby. Keep this a winning year. So the daily, 12-hour, 22, both getting pretty overbought. But remember, when they get tight, they pump up to the 200 moving average. We see a resistance there about 90, 94 is going to be it's going to be the big boy area to deal with. There it is. Today I talked about this morning, how the 8-hour would likely pump up to the 200 moving average. We want to see this with the other, right? Tight moving averages. The 200 is lingering. You pump up to it. Let me show you how this works. Remember this scenario. I use this all the time. It's not an indicator. A lot of people don't even know how to use it. Simple moving averages. Use the 21, the 50, the 80, and the 100, and the 200. When the 200 gaps away, you'll see this the other way. We dump down to the 200 a lot. Or if this keeps coming up, we have a huge pump. I mean, this could end up making a bear flag, folks. I'm not saying, I want to keep you grounded here. What if we never make it out? What if we scribble? What if we end up dumping down hard? And this is just a dead cat bounce that gets everyone too excited. Be careful. So how do you handle this? How do you DCA? What do you do? Well, you either believe in things for the long term and DCA when they're down. You either swing trade and take profits when you're up. Or you have long-term DCAs like me when I get into Bitcoin for 4 years, And again, I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm never going to go over your portfolio. I don't want to know what you own. It's none of my business. I see people saying that. I'll go over I don't do that. I just don't. All right. But what I will show you is what's in my portfolio. I'll show you what I'm doing. And I'll teach you technical analysis every single day. I'll teach you support and resistance. I'll show you the ins and outs of opening trades. I'll show you how to use different exchanges. And I'll teach you my way of life. It's my way of life. I use an exchange every single day. It's my life. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now. About 20 years. When I was 22, I bought a stock. I think I opened my first exchange at like 28 though. So 14 years. Actually, I bought stocks. But when I mean open exchange, like I wasn't like actively buying and selling things. I would just buy something and hold it for years until I was like 26, 25. Then I started actively looking into gold and silver. Then I started buying gold and silver. Then I started trading gold. And then my life changed. I traded gold for 4 to 5 years, silver, made some money in a silver stock, got into marijuana stocks, hit a big hit on Canopy Grow Corp, and then found Bitcoin when it was $350, started really buying at $800 to $1,000, and my life was never the same. Once I got financially free, I was able to start my channel and really do what I love to do. And then I just kind of refined myself and kind of found out who I really wanted to be when I had the free time to do that. And now I'm here, Crypto Lifer, man. My name's Sam Price. Thank you for coming on in. So I'm a self-made multimillionaire. It took me years to do it. Made my first meal in my late 30s, mid to late 30s. And now here I am at 42 years old, 3 beautiful children, a wife. I'm a father of 3. I love my wife. I love my life. And I'm happy to be here with you guys every single day. So I run a Discord. If you want to jump on in, go to cryptolifer.com to find out more. It's a very, very refined Discord for $99 a month for upscale individuals that believe that they're the cream of the crop and want to make it to the top, baby. I believe my Discord is just a great place. High respect. It's not full of memes, not full of young kids doing stupid, immature things. It's full of people with mature minds that are willing to progress. Jump on in today for $99 a month, $274 a quarter, or $99 for the year. That's less than $3 a day to change your life. I'm there every single day. I haven't taken a day out since February of 2021, baby. So I'm your guy over here. So watch. You press play, and you're going to see this thing pump up to the 200 moving average. Watch this. And boom, it does, right? Right to the 200. And we know that's a key area. And now you see there's a heavy resistance here too, though. What's going to happen now? Well, that's where the 4-hour comes in. So now we move into the 4-hour time frame. And, you've been launching. You've been launching well away from the 21-day moving average. Not bad. And here we have a beautiful flag on the 1 hour. And this is what I do. I wait for I wait for consolidation, which is tight price action sideways. And then I wait for a pump. Usually we pump. Now what's going to happen? We're going to come drastically down. This is what I've seen in my life after a pump. You come drastically down and make a head and shoulder and eat it all back to the 200. Or you start to consolidate and you really keep this train moving. To me, the 4 hours is just a little far away from the 200 moving average. Which kind of has me a little weary. It's doing that thing again where it won't go back in time. I don't understand why that happens. I have to figure that out. And then it'll go back to normal for months and I won't see it. So, yeah, but I saw these lions and the bears today. They had all these lions and bears, and all these animals. And you're just fascinated by the patterns, even the way God made patterns, like the tiger. Amazing patterns on the tiger. And there's only so many left in the world. Like, we've killed all these tigers. Like, why? So crazy. Like, who would kill a tiger? What a beautiful, majestic being. Like, it's amazing that people would hurt these animals, man. It really gets so crazy. I don't know. This pump looks a little superficial to me. It's always hard for me to go for the big ones. That's a nice gainer right there. I see that coming back down. Let's take a look at the 5. Smaller time frames, 5 minute, 1 minute. Kind of curving. 5 minute looks like it could make a flag. 15 minute looks interesting. I'd flag out the 15. If it can kind of keep a flag, then we might get a continuation here. My concern is the 4 hours getting a little far away from the 21-day moving average. And when that happens, like it's kind of like, you either have to consolidate or come back down. And you have some resistance. So you're getting away from the 21. You're hitting some resistance. We got to consolidate here. All right. Bitcoin advocate Mercado is running to replace Venezuela's Maduro. I mean, isn't he already replaced? Sorry. Maybe I should do political comedian commentary and move out of TA. Guys, you think I have a career somewhere else? You think I could transition out of looking at the charts? Or do you guys want me here forever? You think I could transition to something else? Funny. But that's cool, man. So the following capture Venezuela President Maduro on Saturday attention is turned to the country's transition to new leadership. And what Bitcoiners running the lead to lead that charge? Maria Corina Machado, Venezuelan opposition leader and the winner of the Nobel Peace Prize in 2025, is the second favorite to lead Venezuela's shift away from authoritarian rule under Maduro, who has been transferred to New York to face federal charges related to narcotics trafficking and corruption. Data for predictions markets Kalshi shows Mercado. Kalshi's getting bigger. Mercado has a 28% chance of leading the Venezuela by the end of 2026, trailing only unitary platform Edmunds Gonzalez Urrutia, who is widely believed to have won Venezuela's election in May of 2025, but was blocked from assuming the presidency by Maduro's United Socialist Party. So he won, but they said, no, you didn't. So some people say Trump overstood his boundaries. Other people say that he's restoring democracy around the world. It removed a dictator. Enough is enough, right? And then they call him a dictator for removing a dictator. Again, I got it this morning. I saw people were mixed, so I don't get too crazy, but wow. Big moves here for Bitcoin. A lot of people in denial about the bigger move. The daily candle had 3 white soldiers, 1, 2, 3. That's a very bullish sign. Now that's the 5th day, green day in a row. And we haven't had 1, 2, 3, 5 green days for Bitcoin in a row. Right there, we had 4 days back in October. Right there, the last time we had 5 days in a row was October 1st when we hit the all-time high. Another thing that I think is interesting is, see, the last dump, it started when we lost the 21 and started to fall below. Just like the pump start when you regain the 21 and get above. The 21 is interesting as well. Like, you lose the 21, it starts to dump. You regain the 21 here, it starts to pump. You lose the 21, it's, you know what I mean? Right here, you lose the 21, starts to dump. Regain it, starts to pump. This looks very similar to this right here. So all the daily has to do is stay above the 21-day moving average. If it does that, we're money. And then the 3-day has to stay above the 200. Those two parameters are met. You're going to see me staying more and more bullish. You're going to see me opening up more and more longs. You're going to see me getting more and more excited. You're going to watch this kind of prevail. Tonight, we actually may get a massive... I wouldn't be surprised if we could gap up to 104,000 by tomorrow afternoon. You would not... Bitcoin could go up 10K in a day. It might take 3 days. Heck, it could take 2 weeks. But I'm just saying, be ready for a fast move if it does happen. It's going to take the shorts by storm. Pepe, little coins will pump. The market will rip. People will say, why? What happened? This market is so insane that when it rips, it makes you feel like you should have been in, and then you kick yourself. People leave trading groups. People walk away. People get pissed. They act like $99 a month is going to destroy their life, and then they miss out on the greatest. I'm going to find, in the next few weeks, I'm going to be searching coins 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day. I'm going to be doing Bitcoin updates, an hour here, 2 hours there. I'm going to be doing live stream. I'm going to be doing so much action in that trading group. You've never seen someone work as hard in a group in your life. I promise you, in your life, if you've ever been in a trading group in your life, and you spend one of my most active days with me, you will never see somebody work harder than me. I promise you on your life. I promise you on my soul, on the death of my parents, man, I will work so hard for your $3 a day. Nobody cares more about your money. I came from middle-class working people. I know how hard you work to get there. I know how much the 99 means. Come on and let's get it together. Stop drifting alone. Hang out with an expert. Get years of knowledge shifted into your brain. Stop playing with yourself. I got this. I do this every day. I'm out here up $4,000, $5,000 on a weekend. You know what I'm saying? I was in the jacuzzi with my wife. We had a nice afternoon. Dang, I took my kids to a Tiger Pro and I made more money than most people. It sounds like I'm bragging. I would love you to have this life too. I used to work a night shift for 6 years of my life. I went in at 7 and I left at 3 in the morning. I know what it's like to give my time away and barely make a dime. I know what it's like to see I'm never going to get ahead. I know what it's like to see that my kids will never go to private school. I know what it's like to see things will never be amazing. And say I'm going to be stuck in this one-bedroom apartment I was in, rent-controlled, next to the highway. And I still appreciate it, don't get me wrong, but dang, $93,300, this pump is for real. We are now up $3,700. Already took about $2,000 off the table. And this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Sunday night. This pump is real. This daily candle is taking over. It does not care. Look at this. My concern is that 4 hour though, as we get further and further on a straight line away from the 21. That's usually, and now we're coming for 94,000, and that's crazy. Bookmaps wants 94, and it says we're going there. It's got the red. It's saying, hey, 94K is awaiting, and here we come. Big red up there at 94,000. You can't jump in on this stuff too fast. Right now, there's a flag here on the 1 minute that could take you. That was a possible entry there with the 21 touch price inside the flag. It's got a measured move. It's high risk. The energy is high. It's Sunday night. Volatility is crazy. One step at a time, but this move is amazing. Every time we get back above 90K, just get me away from 86,000, 87,000, man. I had a 67,000 liquidation on the bot. So I would have lost literally 180 grand. We go to 67K. Yeah, man, there's some serious stuff on the line here. There's no jokes. And to some people, that's not tons of money. I'm not saying it's my, but that's a chunk to me. It's dang near almost $250,000. It's a Lambo for crying out loud. So yes, it's a lot of money. So yeah, I can't say I've been a little stressed the last few months, to say the least. You know what I mean? I've had all sorts of positions. I hold tons of BTC. I got heavy into Solana at the bottom there for like 170 grand. We're going to see where that goes. Like, I'm not playing around. I don't think you'll ever see someone be more transparent. James Wynn's pretty transparent, but we never know exactly what's going on there, but he's pretty transparent. He made 250K off of Pepe. I can't say I would, and he only used 10K. I mean, that's insane. You got to give credit where credit's due. I mean, but at the same time, could have been liquidated for 10K pretty fast. But hey, if you're making big money, it's actually a pretty good shot. Like, risk 10K for 250 grand. So I think it's good not to. I wouldn't chase these small time frames right now. I don't want you to get excited. So what do I see happening tonight? I mean, the 4 hour to me is a little overrated there. It's got to come back to the 21. Sad to say, it looks like it may come down pretty hard. I'd watch the 15 minute for a flag here. I need the 15 minute to start to flag out. That can kind of keep the 4 hour from dumping too hard. Watch your small time frames. They'll start to dump quickly, which means the 4 hour's giving it back. See if we can kind of stay in a flag. I like the bigger time frames. They're putting pressure that we could stay in position here. Let's take a look at these altcoins. Bitcoin we've got a hold on BTC. Everything green, Toshi, Popcat, Core, Snack. You name it, Dog, Mew, Moondang. Peanut even up. They're all up. Everything is ripping. Let's take a look at Zcash. And remember, we talked about Zcash for you guys a long time ago at that $400 level, 436, 440 area. I see it getting tighter inside this flag. It wants more. If Bitcoin rips, this thing's going to rip. Privacy to the rescue. And they made too much of a frenzy. They got too many people involved. It bounced off a 786. So, I mean, the thing is looking pretty healthy. I believe these are good entries here with stop losses below that previous low at 401 and targets at $1,000. Looks like we could hit that target somewhere by the end of January. Might not take too long. So that's my idea here for Zcash. Shit, I'm sticking to it. People already know that in the trading group. I've given this many times. And I didn't give a lot of altcoins the last few weeks. I've been pretty quiet. I've had my team ripping out the altcoins. We have had the elite traders doing damage. But I've been quiet. Let's take a look at Zcash USDT. And I'm going to post that just to remind people in the group, I like that as a long-term swing trade. It's got the liquidity, it's got the volume, and if the market comes back, to me, it's worth taking a shot. Wow, let's take a look back here at the chat here and see what's happening. Thank you so much for giving all those memberships. You didn't have to do that, but you did. Let's look at the fan funding and see what's happening. We have For the White Tiger. Thank you for the $49.99. God bless you. And where are my lifers at, man? We should have like 3,000 people here on a stream on a Sunday night with the weekly candle as we're pumping out of control. We should have thousands of people here on the stream. I've done this weekly live stream now every single Sunday. I think I might have missed one or two, or I just pumped it later or something. I don't know, you know what I mean? But I've done it every single Sunday since February of 2021. It'll come up on 5 years next month. You think the algorithm would have bent for us by now, man? So crazy. I'm not angry. I'm excited, but dang, I've moved my butt off. And then you give a $50 super chat on top of that? Gains, baby, gains. God bless you, brother. Shout out to BTC Bill. I don't know who you are, but you're a blessed person. You're so nice to me. I'm speechless with how many people were so good to me. Today, there's so many nice people on the stream this morning. Unbelievable. Let's take a look at the total market cap for cryptocurrency and see what's happening there for total. Yeah, see, we want to see a shoulder, head and shoulder, the Adam and Eve pump to the upside. The fact that we stayed above that 3-day 200 moving average was all we needed. That was the love, baby. That was the sauce. And you had this nice pump back to the upside, start a moon, and it could get all the way up there to pop, I don't know, 3.42. Point of control is calling our name there too. So we stayed above the 3-day 200 moving average, which I told you was my like stone. And we were below it a couple times. It didn't look like we were going to, but the tides have changed. We got a late Santa rally. Santa came after Christmas, man, this year. Santa came late this year, baby. So we're looking for consolidation now. You're looking for 4-hour consolidation. Same thing. You pumped hard away from the 21. You're looking for consolidation. I wouldn't be surprised if we get even more rippage tonight. Like we go all the way up to 94, get rejected, and then we consolidate. And this would push us somewhere up to $3.2 trillion on the total market cap. Total 3, the entire market cap of all the altcoins, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, crossed the 200 on the 4-hour. I told you that's a catalyst. Again, you get your first pump. Let's go over the last time this happened too, just to kind of bring you through how this works. You'll cross, you'll get your first pump, initial move, boom, then you'll get a pullback. That pullback to the next support zone. So if you miss this initial pump, that pullback, you're going to be looking for your entry. And then a ride to resistance, a new all-time high. So for here, this might bump a little more if you're waiting for the 21 to touch price action one last time. The next time the 21 touches price action could be the move. So like we might get a continuation pump here, and then we get the pullback, and that will be the last chance, and then we'll start to rip from there. Not everyone can buy the exact bottom. I get it. I buy Bitcoin's bottom every dang time, man. I gotta be honest, man. The one thing I'm really good at is I buy the bottom for Bitcoin. I've done it live so many times now. I'm to my own horn, so maybe watch it dump in my face. But I bought 84K, a whole Bitcoin, right? I bought a whole Bitcoin at 19,000. I bought more Bitcoin down at 79 and 82,000. I bought a lot of Bitcoin in this chop right here while we were waiting. You saw me buy 10K yesterday, 5K the day before, and I've been buying a lot even on the low. So I keep grabbing it up when everyone else is bugging it out. And that's been getting me paid for the last 7-8 years now. I accumulate Bitcoin when everyone's in heavy fear. And this thing has been so spot on for me, this indicator. It's alternative.me. It's a free indicator. Let me put the link for you. I post it to the group all the time. I keep you guys privy. It's one of the first things I post in the morning, one of the last things I post at night. So I think the rally was kind of over for tonight. I think that pump was going to kind of cool off a little bit. Maybe I'm wrong. If we pump, I don't see how we go much more to 94. I already took profits out of trade. I don't know. I showed you I was long. I told you to join my Discord. I gave all the information to the Discord that I could. I come back to the live and I show you the gains. If you get pissed that you didn't make money, it's because you just didn't want to join my group and hang out with me, man. And I was there feeding it, spoon feeding it. Like I can hand this to you. You can understand it. You can see a yellow line and a white line. You can do this. I can teach people how to do this. Anybody could do this if they put their mind to it and they believe in themselves. You got to believe in yourself. You got to be ready to transition. You got to be ready to rethink how you feel about money, life, and time and space. If you're ready to rebuild yourself, rebuild your subconscious, rebuild the way you think about money and value, and you're ready to turn yourself into a multi-millionaire, heck, a billionaire, hang out with me. Let's go. Because I'm going to $1 billion, man. 100 million is going to be small change for me. I'm going to $1 billion. And then even more, a couple billion. I got to die with at least 5 billion at this point, the way they're printing this money. Right? So if you have dreams like me, let's go. Who here believes, I love this, because you'll go to a group of people, you say, I want to be a billionaire. They'll laugh at you. Then you'll ask everyone in the group who wants to be a billionaire, and they'll always raise their hand. So why were they laughing at you in the first place? Because when you said it out loud, it was funny. Because it was like they could make fun of you because it's not them. So watch this, right? I want to become a billionaire. I'm going to become a billionaire. Someone in the chat is going to be offset by, I don't know why. But watch this. How many people believe that you could become a billionaire? I want to see you put a 444 in the chat if you believe you could become a billionaire. And just keep coming to the group. I could teach you how to make the gains for free here with my system, and then you can use that money you made on stream to join the group. I'll get you to pay me. I'll make you enough money so you could pay me. I'll give you the skills so you could pay me. I'll make you so good you could pay me. See? Look at all these people, 444. They all believe they could become a billionaire. Look at all these people. I want to be with, this is where I want to be. I don't want to be in any other chat. I don't want to be on any other YouTube channel. I've never seen this. I've never seen that many people say they want to become a billionaire on someone's channel in my life. Like, this is monumental. This is like a time to be alive. This algorithm has brought people that we are the strongest group in crypto. I'm telling you right now. Mentally, we've got this. There's a reason why we're winning right now when everyone else wasn't sure. Yeah. Sam the man just closed 3K in profits. Let's go, Boston. God bless you, man. Patriots ripped it up today. So shout out to my lifers. Stay amazing. Stay blessed. Keep pushing. Don't stop. Okay? I expect at least a flag on the 15-minute here tonight. And then we could continue. And that's going to be into tomorrow. The next day, there's going to be a pullback. I'm going to guide you through this. We're going to see the altcoins are going to pump. I'm going to start firing off altcoins at you. Tomorrow is going to be different in the group. There was a week. I took about a 10-day time to be with my family a little more. I went to sleep earlier than normal. I rested my mind to get it ready for what was coming. Because I knew that I was going to push myself so heavily, be up till 2 or 3 in the morning many nights. I'll be in that Discord 10, 12 hours a day ripping it. And it's just going to be crazy. So, I love the chat. I love you people. And I love being a crypto lifer. God bless each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much. Yeah. 3 in the morning in Serbia, deep in the green for Bitcoin. Thank you for your teaching, Sammy. Hey, just make sure you move that stop loss to break even or in profits. I don't want to see people round tripping. Do not round trip these trades. Please. I'm not a financial advisor, but please don't round trip your trades. Please at least cover your position. All right? Only those who show up every day here have a remote chance to be successful. You have to commit 100%. 100%. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Get an early sleep tonight. Watch this flag. I'll keep the group updated throughout the night. Stay amazing. Stay focused. Tomorrow's going to be a different day. We're going to come back and bite this market strong. I'm jumping out one last night. I love each and every one of you. Stay amazing. Stay blessed. Keep pushing. Don't stop. I love you. I believe in you. You can, you will. You are the best. You've got this. If I got this far, man, you can get so far. Trust me. I love y'all. Keep moving. Happiness, health, and prosperity to all the lifers. I love you. Shout out to God is Love. Shout out to Barry Luffolk. Shout out to Bellico X, Heavy Footer. Everybody here on the stream. I love you all. Do-Tang, Crypto Surfer, and all my lifers. Stay amazing. Stay blessed. I'll see you tomorrow. This has been an amazing night. I took gains. We made gains. I love you all. Stay fresh. Stay amazing. The secret to success, you know what it is? It's getting started.